Hi, this is Wesley, and today I have with me my good friend Mitchell. So, one, thank you for tuning in to the Underground Geek Shack. We are going to be talking about Spider-Man: No Way Home, right?
Right.
Cool. So, hey, do you want to know something?
Yeah, sure, why not?
The multiverse is real.
Absolutely. Let's dive in.
All right. So, one, I still can't believe that this movie is 2 hours long.
The Marvel movies have been varying. I think this has been the longest one in this phase 4 so far.
Yeah.
It's very involved. A lot of moving parts.
A lot of moving parts. Because, first we start off with our Spider-Man, Tom Holland.
Right.
Which, in my notes, I basically just referred to him as Earth 616.
He's not my Spider-Man. My Spider-Man, well, we won't get into that. Not my Spider-Man.
The MCU's version of Spider-Man. Right. My Spider-Man is Tobey Maguire.
Okay, since you let the cat out of the bag, Tobey Maguire. Anyway.
Yeah. But, since we start off with the MCU's version of Spider-Man.
Right.
And, you see that, okay, he's trying to... It's weird because, it picks up from where Far From Home left off. And now everyone knows, oh, snap, Spider-Man's
Peter Parker. And who saw that coming? That's never been done before.
Yeah.
It's been done in the comics.
In the comics, yeah.
But never been done on screen, cartoon, live action, or otherwise. Has it ever been done? I don't think it's even ever been done in a video game. Aunt May is known.
Aunt May
Jane obviously knows. But other than that, it's always been those two people.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah. And then it's just now that the fact that the entire world knows, then it's well, you can't keep this a secret now.
Well, to draw this parallel, and this is a completely different superhero from a completely different franchise and a completely different brand. Let's think, what if everybody knew Batman was Batman just one day? How would that would change everything like that?
That would definitely change everything.
Right, and now everybody knows Peter Parker. He's Spider-Man. Here we go.
It's almost...
What do we do now?
And the weird thing is that, even though, now that everyone knows that, that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, it's weird because now I'm thinking back to... I think it was in one of the comics where... I think it was a huge civil war that was going on. And so, Spider-Man was having to fight Hobgoblin and everyone else.
Right.
And then it got to a point where Hobgoblin was like, oh, snap, you're Peter Parker. And then it was just how the heck do you know that I'm Peter Parker?
Right.
And then it wasn't just the fact of, yeah, I know you're Peter Parker, but now I'm going to actually go after your loved ones. And I'm just does Hobgoblin actually know where these people live? And then it's
well, if he knows who he is, probably.
Yeah. And then I was like, wait a minute. And then it was interesting because everyone else around was like, oh, snap. He's just a kid. He's just a teenager. You mean to tell me we've been saved by a teenager multiple times and nobody thought to...
Well, call back to the second Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't know who he was, but on the subway, his mask comes off.
Yep.
And everybody looks at him, he's just a kid.
Mm-hmm.
It's just he's no older than my son, a guy said.
Yeah.
Man, some of you are not going to know that reference because you're too young, and that's okay. But you don't know who he is, but that draws that parallel back to this movie.
Yeah.
He's just a kid.
And
he's just a kid that can do these amazing things.
Yeah. And then,
What now?
I think... I'm jumping around.
Right.
So
me too. I went back 20 years.
You jumped in that time machine real quick.
Yeah. I mean, that's what this movie does.
Yep. But the thing is that because now I was thinking about because how in most times you have a singularity point, right?
Right.
And so for Tobey Maguire it was Uncle Ben.
Right.
For Andrew Garfield, it was Uncle
Ben.
And then I think in order for it to have happened the way it happened, it had to be Aunt May.
And I just want to say, I'm so glad that Marvel and the MCU did not kill Uncle Ben again.
I
did
know.
not want to see him die again. I was so glad that he was already dead.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God that Uncle Ben was dead before this whole thing started.
Yeah.
Because nobody wanted to see him die again.
I was trying to figure out. I was like, please don't bring Uncle Ben
don't
back
do that.
into this.
Not again. I've seen that man die twice.
Yeah,
And it sucked both times.
oh yeah. And then, but like even with the way how May had to go out, and this one, it was still heartbreaking though.
Right. And Spider-Man, in order to be Spider-Man, has to have tragedy.
Yeah.
He has to. He's that guy that gets all the way to the point where he's like, okay, everything's gonna be okay, and then something, bang, it's not.
Yeah.
That's what makes Spider-Man Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So
and the fact
he's that tragic hero.
Yeah, he's the tragic hero. And then the one thing that you can also learn from him is that, Spider-Man always gets back up. No matter how much he gets beaten, he can always get back up.
Unless he gets turned to dust.
Yeah, unless he gets blitzed. Yeah.
Endgame.
But it's just trying to figure out. I guess one thing that you can kind of take that I kind of took away from this is that, one, you need time to grieve for the people that that have lost.
Anybody that has experienced loss. And this year, my grandfather passed away, and that's still my family, my loved ones are still dealing with that.
Yeah.
So, and it's cool to see those parallels in a movie, in a superhero movie, because we predominantly watch this us and kids.
Yeah.
So, kids, everybody experiences death.
Yeah.
So, it's good to have that in a movie and to make it relatable for all ages, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
And this movie does a very good job of that.
Oh yeah. But then the interesting thing is that it also parallels the villains as well. Because I think it was the way how Doc Ock said it when he was talking about Norman. And he's like, either Norman's still alive or you're just chasing a ghost.
Yeah, and it was awesome how they put that together.
Yeah.
Because they knew about each other.
Yeah.
And when they meet up in the basement or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And that's horrible. I'm sorry. The magical
The
basement.
under
Doctors.
sanctum,
Yeah. The inner. Yeah. There you go. I'm not stupid. Yeah. When he meets up there, and he's like, you should be dead. And Osborn looks at him like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm not dead. So you died 2 years ago. And everybody's just trying to figure out
what happened. Yeah.
And then it was just cool to see those characters interact because you never got to see them interact before.
Yeah. And then even Sandman commented on it too when he was like, yeah, he was like Osborn, you died by your own glider, and then he was like, Otto, you sat there and you died in the river. And I was like, it's weird because as I was watching this, I was like, oh yeah, that's right, all three of you are from the same universe.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely. I've never seen a movie do that before.
Oh yeah.
So and it brought so many movies together, including the Amazing Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had what's his name?
You had
Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx, yeah.
I watched this movie yesterday,
Max.
buddy. I swear to God, Max. What's his name though? Shock or
Electro.
There you go, Electro. Yeah, he. I'm so glad that he wasn't blue.
At first he was from that far away distance.
Yeah, but that was just the top of it. Yeah, okay. I was just.
I'm glad I'm glad that they went with his comic design.
Yes, in Marvel, in this phase of movies, you see them start to get back to the original.
Yeah,
this is the way they look in the book. This is where they're going to look on screen.
Yeah,
and I think that's awesome. I mean, they've always done that to an extent, but this phase 4, this next timeline of movies that we're going into.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Jeez, they would I'm just gonna say even the fight scenes in this were
the fight scene in the apartment with the Green Goblin and Spider-Man. I didn't care who won. They were both just beating the hell.
They were just. It was literally a boxing match.
It was great, and William Dafoe, he did all of his own stunts.
Yeah,
he's 70 something. I think he's 70.
Yeah.
He's like he didn't die.
Because when I heard that William Dafoe was gonna do his own stunts, I was like, "Are you sure about this? Are you sure you don't want to get someone else?"
That's the only way he would do the part, though.
Yeah, and it was good on him because he did really good.
No, the fight scene in the apartment, that's one of the best that Marvel has ever done in a movie, in my opinion.
Yeah. Heck, even the laugh from Goblin that he did when he was just getting wailed on, and then when he just started laughing, that even sent chills down my spine. And I was like,
at the time, this is a completely different franchise, completely different movie. WB, if you're watching this, you missed the ball. He should have been the Joker at some point. You really dropped the ball on that. He's perfect. Anyway, yes, he's just a great actor.
Oh, yeah.
Anything he's in.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Anything he's in. And he is the Green Goblin. I wouldn't have liked any... If they recasted that,
I wouldn't have
liked it.
Oh.
I wouldn't have liked it.
Mm-mm.
I wouldn't care who you got.
First person that would have automatically popped into my head was Willem Dafoe.
Nobody's going to top Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
Ever. You can't recast Iron Man now because he played it so well.
Yeah.
Who do you get to play Iron Man? You don't.
Yeah.
Iron Man's dead. That's it.
Yeah.
No more Iron Man.
Because I think when we got teaser trailers for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, and everyone was like, "Oh, we should get Iron Man," and I'm like, "How?"
They were going to do Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
And I'm not for sure. Maybe this was just a rumor. They did film some scenes. I don't know if this is a real thing. But I'm so glad if they did, they didn't use it. Because I don't need to see another Iron Man. I don't care.
If I want to see any Iron Man, I want to see
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Period. He's Robert Downey Jr. in every universe.
Mm-hmm.
And the Green Goblin should be the Green Goblin in every universe.
Yeah.
And the hints to other movies that are coming up with this one, of course, you're going to get the Hobgoblin with Ned. You get,
yeah.
And then Doctor Strange mentions it when they're on the Statue of Liberty. Did you just open up a portal?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. He's the Hobgoblin. Now he doesn't know who Peter is.
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
You're finally going to get to fight.
Now that I think about it, because remember when they were sitting there making the cures for everyone, and Ned sat there and said, he was like, "I promise I won't turn into a supervillain and try to kill you."
Yes, no.
And then now the fact that he doesn't know who Peter is, that hurts. And now, when you actually think about it, and when that actually comes to fruition, you're like, oh.
And then the most painful thing about the movie to me is not even Aunt May dying. It's the fact that nobody knows who he is. He just went through this loss. He saved the world, and nobody knows.
Nobody knows. They know Spider-Man, but they just don't know Peter Parker.
The girl that he loves doesn't know him.
Mm-hmm. His best friend doesn't know him.
And he just lost his mom, his aunt, mom, everything. He lost everything he knew.
Yeah.
And we didn't see it, but he lost his uncle. He has no one.
All of his grades and everything have basically just been stripped. So, literally, nobody, he is Peter Parker.
He's living in a trashy apartment like God intended Spider-Man to live. I was so happy with that.
When I saw
every
that,
Spider-Man has lived in a crappy apartment. Every one of them.
Yeah, because when I saw that, the first thing that popped into my head was the Spider-Man PS4 game, and I was like, "Yo, that's from the game."
I was waiting for the Russian chick from the original trilogy to walk out and say, "Welcome to your apartment." I wanted that to happen so bad. You can't have Mary Jane, but you can have her. You can start anew.
That would have been interesting.
I would have laughed. I would have loved it.
Man, they put so many. They put I'm also kind of surprised at the fact that they even had a Stan Lee lookalike.
Yeah,
in the film too,
and it's so weird.
Not seeing him in the movies.
There's something missing from every movie, every series, because he was in everything.
Everything, yeah.
He's not even in the series. I mean, he's dead.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Stan Lee. Yeah. But
always lent his voice to
and it was his cameos were always funny, everything, and the one in Deadpool.
Yep,
that was hilarious.
Think about the Amazing Spider-Man sitting there as the librarian. So
two monsters, superhero and a monster fighting each other.
He's just doing his own thing.
That's exactly what a normal person would do, though. All right, I'm 90. If you kill me, you kill me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep. But and then Andrew Garfield's coming back.
Oh yeah.
And Tobey Maguire, the real Spider-Man, everybody. Him coming back was cool, and them guiding him.
Oh yeah.
I wanted him to kill the Green Goblin so bad. I wanted him to die.
Part of me was like, do it.
Just kill him. It's okay.
But then part of me was like, he ain't gonna do it though.
You gonna get me on this one, yet? It's all right.
And it's just it was cool the fact that like to see how each one of them went to go fight their own, fight their own villain.
And you got closure because really, I mean, especially the Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh yeah,
they didn't finish that trilogy yet.
Yeah, that's true.
So you got no closure with that, and then there was supposed to be more Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, and there should have been. Venom killed that. We'll get into that in a second. But there was no closure, and you kind of got that. Okay, now we can move on.
Yeah,
and that was cool.
And then, like, even when, because like with Andrew Garfield, when he sat there and took out Electro, and then he was like, Max,
they were talking
good? And
like,
then they're just sitting there just talking, and then I just like how Max was like, he was like, in all honesty, I thought you were a black guy, and I was like,
it was Miles Morales.
It was Miles Morales, and I was like, yo, that's a nod at Miles, and I was like, all right.
I think he's gonna show up eventually.
I'm pretty sure.
He's got to show up eventually, because in the original Homecoming, the guy that he traps in the parking garage,
his uncle,
is Miles Morales, his uncle.
Yeah.
So, bet you didn't know that.
Go back and listen to it. You'll know.
But yes, it's cool how there's always been little Easter eggs with Marvel, but they're really just dumping them on with this movie.
Oh yeah.
And it was really fun to watch. I mean, it came out almost how long ago, but rewatching it again this week, I forgot how good it was. I mean, it's one of the best Spiders, one of the best Marvel movies that has ever come out. Oh, yeah. And Doctor Strange was great in it. The fight between him and Doctor Strange.
Yeah, that one.
That was awesome.
That one was good.
And he beat him with math.
Who would have thought?
Math. Well, Peter Parker, yeah, maybe. But yeah, the one thing I didn't like about it is it kind of made Doctor Strange look vulnerable, and he doesn't need to look vulnerable yet.
Yeah,
it was interesting, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with the character. I believe that and Hobgoblin's obviously next.
Oh yeah.
If he's not next, he's next to next.
Yeah. I know. Because definitely like if they go into the whole Hobgoblin thing, that's gonna have to be something that's gonna be like really good.
Yeah, that's a 3-hour movie if they do it right.
Yeah.
And then you got Venom. Venom at the end, the post-credit scene. Venom. Tom Hardy was just sitting at a bar and then he just disappears. And I was just heartbroken because I wanted to see that so bad. But then you get that little symbiote from So we'll see where that goes. Who does the MCU... Obviously, they're not going to use Tom Hardy. They're not going to. Because if they were going to do it, they would have done it right then.
Yeah.
Who do you cast as Venom? It's hard to have two versions of a character in two franchises. It can be done.
It can.
But it's hard because if somebody nails a character and this guy goes over here and screws it up, then what do you do?
No, honestly,
it makes that movie bomb.
I don't really know. Because at first I was going to say the dude who did Venom the first time.
Or have we already met the guy who's going to be Venom? I mean, have we met Eddie Brock? Kind of, sort of.
Kind of.
Yeah. I mean, it's... What I would do is I would get away from Eddie Brock because it's a different universe.
It's a different
Flash Thompson.
Yo, that would be good too.
That's what I would do. I hate that. I hate whoever you are. If you're watching, I don't like you as an actor. You suck. But that's my Venom.
But it would be because there has been. Flash Thompson was Venom at one point.
He was a long time ago,
and I feel like that would be that would be a good.
You can pull that off now.
Yeah, because since. He doesn't know.
Nobody's there. I mean, he's not going to be reporting for the Daily Bugle and not getting into politics. But if you've seen the InfoWars, they basically modeled the Daily Bugle after. He even sold supplements. It was great. Somebody's going to know what I'm talking about, and they're going to laugh their ass off. My bad word. Anyway. And it's hilarious. If you don't know what it is, Google it. Just look at the set. Don't listen to anything that Lunatic says. Just look at the set. Anyway, it's the funniest thing. I laughed at it because I knew who it was. But J.K. Simmons coming back.
Yeah.
He was in the original trailer. Man, he made
his
made scenes with he stole every scene he did. Like if you think about the wedding, like in The Office, in the third one, when the secretary says, "My your wife called, you lost your wallet. Thanks for the good news." That's a great line. Every husband can relate to that. I mean, every boyfriend can relate to that. And then when they're at the wedding, don't open the caviar. He's not concerned that his son just got dumped at the altar. Don't open the I can send that back. I can get my money back. That's awesome. He's like the ultimate. Like I want to hate him, but it's just you're funny.
It's like
we all know that jerk that you really want to dislike.
Yep.
But he's just there's. I'm that jerk.
I thought back to when he was trying to. I think it was in Spider-Man 3, and he was trying to call for Peter, and then he was like, "Dang it, where's Peter?" And so like he looks at this little kid. He was like, "Hey kid, give me the camera." And he was like $100. And he was like,
"Camera, that's extortion."
He takes it, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh." Oh man, you're right that like he steals almost everything that he's in.
He's just a good actor. He's good in that show, and we're getting off topic here, but he's good in that show, Invincible.
Invincible,
He's Omni-Man, and he's a in that show too. But he's just so good. He's just a good actor.
I remember when we're still going off on this tangent, but like when I was watching Omni-Man, and I watched someone do a reaction to some of the lines from Omni-Man.
Oh yeah,
and somebody was like, "They said, who hurt you?"
No, yeah, he's rough. I watched it, Invincible, not knowing what it was, because everybody where I worked was like, "You gotta watch this, you gotta watch this, you gotta watch this." I don't watch anime until just recently, and it was it's unlike anything I've ever seen. Oh yeah, he's so violent. Oh yeah, like he's angry. He needs counseling.
The counseling would probably help.
Yeah, he's just such a... it's a family show. Anyway, don't let your children watch Invincible. It's a cartoon, but it's not for children at all. Well, let them watch Family Guy or South Park if you let them watch Invincible. Yeah, he's just a good actor. He's good in everything he's in. His commercials, his farmers commercials, his insurance commercials. So the fact that he's willing to come back and do something like that, even if it's just a small role, hope they bring him back. Oh, yeah. I'm sure they will. Yeah. I mean, he's Commissioner Gordon. He's John Jonah Jameson, and he's Commissioner Gordon. What's not to like about that? That's like the ultimate combination. Mm-hmm. You know. So, obviously, at the end of this movie, you get into the multiverse of madness. Won't get into that.
The one thing we will get into, though, because remember during the whole fight, how the spell actually breaks out.
You get to see some characters. You see some other,
yeah. And so I was
Wolverine is there, everybody. He's there.
Craven was also there too.
Craven's there. They're making that movie too. They're gonna have two Craven. We're gonna have two of everything. Oh yeah. And it's an embarrassment of riches, but it might be trash at the same time. And I'm worried
because like
Deadpool was in there. He was in there. Everybody missed that. He's in there.
Craven. I saw Craven there, and then I also saw someone who looked like Madam Web.
Yes, and they're making her movie.
So I'm waiting on that one.
Yeah, they're making her movie. So I think that you can have two characters. Like I said, you can do Flash Thompson, but if you're gonna make all these movies, you can have two movies. You can have two Madam Webs. You can't have two of everything. Yeah, they're gonna have to just bite the bullet, make the money, and blend everybody together. That's the best way to do it.
That's the only way to do it.
Look, everybody, you're gonna make money. Mm-hmm. The greed is not a problem here because you're gonna make $100 million every time you do it. Yeah, I'm gonna go see it twice. So
I'll probably see it 3 times.
Well, I'm not gonna do that because I have bills. But yes, I mean the options we are in. We thought the golden age of superhero movies was gone after Endgame. At least a lot of people did. Yeah. But now we're starting to see, we're just in the middle of it, and that's exciting as a fan and as a nerd. Oh yeah. But yeah, we're getting into the multiverse now. Mm-hmm. With the original saga, you kind of knew where it was going. There was always, okay, we're headed to Avengers, we're headed to Ultron, we're headed
it's like everything kind of like a
Thanos. Especially after the first Avengers, Thanos is coming. Yeah. 8 years, Thanos was coming. Yeah. Because you had waited 8 years for this man. I could have became a doctor. It took him 8 years to get here. Yep. And then he just kills everyone, and it was wonderful.
With that one snap.
It was wonderful. I was so happy when he won. Everybody was crying. I was like, yes. Because but he needed to come in and kill everybody. You've been waiting for this guy so long. If they would have killed him in the first movie, would you have been...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, you've been angry. Everybody, don't say you wouldn't. You would. Yeah. Because you waited so long. It's like, if Superman gets beat by Rocket the Raccoon, how mad are you? You know, he's Superman. It's Rocket. You like Rocket the Raccoon, but can he beat Superman? No. But it was Thanos, and now Who is it? Because you got Secret Wars, you got the what do they call the shapeshifters?
Oh,
the aliens,
the scrolls.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got them, but
We haven't really
seen them.
Because the only time we saw them was with Miss Marvel.
Yes.
No, not Miss Marvel.
Captain Marvel. Miss Marvel. That was a good show.
But Captain Marvel. Yeah, that was the only time. Well, was it?
No. They're in Loki.
They were in Loki. Yeah. Because they were in Loki, and then they were also in Far From Home.
I'm just saying it be off, and they had Infinity Stones as paperweights in that show.
Right.
They just killed it for me because they were so powerful, and now they're just paperweights, and that doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
They got a bunch of them in a drawer.
What do I know? I just work here. Yeah. Obviously we're headed to. We got Kang to deal with now.
Yeah.
He's going to become more prevalent in the next batch of movies coming out. I'm glad that the big bad is going to be more present this time.
Yeah.
You don't have to get a clip here. I was so excited in Guardians of the Galaxy when Thanos showed up, and I thought, yes, he's going to do something, and he just doesn't.
Yep.
But Kang is going to do stuff, everybody. He's going to kill people, and it's going to be great.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because we've been waiting for Kang for
I think he'll show up in Guardians. He has to.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I was about to say he kind of has to show up.
He has to, because some of them are going to die, and it's going to be wonderful. I like dark stuff. Okay, I want people to go away. Like Drax needs to go away. I don't like Drax, and that's going to be a very unpopular opinion. You know that I don't like him. It's good to have a big bad that's going to be present. Mm-hmm. I don't like Ant-Man personally. I like the second one. I didn't like Ant-Man. Just doesn't do it for me. But Quantumania, I mean, you're going to get into that. Captain Marvel, she's going to be in outer space doing the scrolls. You got Secret Wars coming up. You got a bunch of different stuff. It's a lot of moving parts. This movie was a crash course on what we're going to have to deal with going forward. And then Multiverse of Madness, you've got another crash course. And now
also got to deal with the new Black Panther.
And now they shouldn't.
Well,
if anybody but his sister gets that mantle, I'm gonna be.
Yeah.
Because that's how it happens in the comic books, boys and girls. Reap Chadwick Boseman. I'm glad they're acknowledging that he's dead.
Yeah.
And that's sad, and that sounds very morbid, but he's gone.
And
everybody knows he's gone in real life.
Because the thing is that even though it's not only this character is gone, but he himself is gone, and I'm glad that they were all right, how are we gonna make this film without him? And
right.
So,
well, you couldn't have it where he just went away.
Yeah.
Either. Okay, he just don't want to do it anymore. Well, that doesn't work.
Yeah, because then everyone's like, what the heck? You did it for all this time, and now suddenly you just don't want to do it.
I think they're going to do Killmonger just because of Michael B. Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
I could live with it, but it wouldn't be accurate. I'm an accuracy guy. And I give them leeway, obviously, because every movie's not going to be accurate. But his sister needs it.
Yeah.
She's a great actress,
too. Definitely, yeah.
And it makes the most sense. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to everything they do.
Oh, yeah.
Really, She-Hulk I could probably skip. But Daredevil's in it, so I'm not going to. And Daredevil in this movie. Oh, nobody cared about Daredevil in it because you people make me angry. If you didn't care about Daredevil, you're not a fan. You're not even human.
Because when he showed up, I was like, because at first
I watched the Netflix show. I paused.
I watched the Netflix show, and then when No Way Home came out, and I was like, all right, because when they kept saying, oh, you're going to need to lawyer up, I was like,
well, no, it made the most sense to me because Matt Murdock is in New York, and he is technically. For those of you who didn't know, the Netflix shows, that timeline is technically in line with the movies. They just didn't acknowledge each other. Yeah. So, in all actuality, Luke Cage could show up at some point.
True.
Jessica Jones could show up at some point. The Punisher could show up at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't ruin the Punisher, Marvel. Or Daredevil. Please. Please. Rated R or nothing. All these characters, X-Men, they're coming.
Mm-hmm.
They've been mentioned.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, you've seen Wolverine in the when the sky opens up.
Mm-hmm.
Storm, Professor X is in.
Yeah, because he was
in Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
So
Fantastic Four, because of course they're probably gonna have to sit there and redo
They're gonna recast.
Yeah.
was Mr. Fantastic, and that makes me angry because John Krasinski is perfect,
Mm-hmm.
and then Emily Blunt, they're the right age.
Yeah.
Everything works. As long as it's not like the last Fantastic Four, then I'm good.
Yeah.
And I'm one of the people that liked the original Fantastic Four.
The original, yeah.
Because they had Jessica Alba in it. I love you. Anyway. Just because it didn't have to be accurate. It just had to have Jessica Alba in it. It's golden. I mean, anyway, no, it's not to like. But,
I still liked it, though. It was still good.
Jessica Alba's in it. What's not to like? I mean, think about it. But,
Chris Evans was in it, too. What you doing?
Who cares? Jessica Alba is in the movie. But, it just getting... It's a work it's opened up a whole world of possibilities like we've never seen before. We thought connected movies and connected universes were great with the first saga.
Mm-hmm.
Now you've got 6 or 7 movies coming out every 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's just different franchises and different studios that have never really interacted before on screen.
Yeah.
So in the cartoons, like on Disney Plus. They matter now. Watch What If anyway, even if you don't.
Yeah.
Everything matters now. I mean, the new X-Men '97 cartoon they're coming out with matters.
Yeah.
They're connecting cartoons with actual people. Everyone, this is cool. But it better be like the Space Jam, where like that half is like cartoons when they show up. That would be awesome. Yeah, man. I want to see Wolverine in his suit eventually.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
I'm going to be very upset if that doesn't happen. We went way off the rail, but this is great.
But it's been good. I think we should probably start wrapping up.
That's fine. It's your show, buddy.
But so Mitchell, thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me. I enjoy it.
Thanks. So before we end off, do you want to say? I'm going to end off by saying, thanks for listening. I hope you've enjoyed. You want to say the Underground Geek Chat with me?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thanks, guys. I hope you've enjoyed listening, and we will see you soon. Thanks for listening to the Underground Geek Chat. See ya.
Maestro.